Hello, everybody. This won our little wheel here on what game to play next. So we are playing this. So this is what we're gonna play. We'll probably play this game about 2 hours. I'm not. I'm not sure what we were doing here. I'm not sure where we left off or how we were doing it. I do know we talked about getting rid of some of our ships. We have too many battleships. It's an overwhelming advantage. We don't need that many battleships. So we're gonna do that. Let's see here. We've got small battleships and battleship ones that need refit. And they must be out at sea at the moment. Yeah, these are battleship ones. So we're gonna put those at Casablanca. These are the George classes. We'll put those at Robert. These are small battleships. So we'll put those over at Naoka, Chaka, whatever. These are also small battleships. Up here we've got CLs who are failing that invasion. We have any battleships up here? We have one. A battleship one. Where are our battleships at? Are they all over here? What's going on here? These are all the experimental battleships, so we can get rid of 3 of the experimentals here. Fleet. Experimental battleship. Where is it at here? Experimental battleship 3. That's experimental battleship 4. These ones we can mothball. Actually, we're not even gonna mothball them, we're just gonna scrap them. We're gonna try and find the ones that we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one, 2, 3, 4. This one scrapped. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means this one can be scrapped. We got battleship 3s, battleship 4s, experimental battleship 3s. Try and find our other battleships here. Battleship 2s. here. Get these 5 battleship 2s. Which I can't because they are at sea. Alright, we'll have to worry about those when we get them somewhere. Alright, let me look around here though. So where is the rest of our battleships at then? Alright, this is a mix. It's got multiple battleships in one port. We don't want that. Battleship 1, Battleship 1, Battleship 1. Battleship 1, Battleship 1. We got 5 of these here. These are all Battleship 2s. We can move these Battleship 1s up here. Brest has no ships in it. Hyarva or whatever has our other Georges in it. Where are these Georges at? Move these ones over here so we can get these all centralized. Like I said, I'm downsizing the fleet. We have too many. We don't need that many. I did switch that for recording, right? Yes, I did. Alright then. What about here? Gotta think. I will go ahead and put, these are Battleship 2s. We can move these over here. We got other Battleship 2s around here. So those are small. Those are Battleship 1s. Those are the Georges. Those are small battleships. Small battleships. They're both going to the same place. I'm just trying to figure out what I did with all my ships and where I put them all. Do we have any over here in our... No, we don't. What did I do with all of them? I'm missing some ships here. I'm not sure where they're at. It says they're at sea. I'm just not sure where. Whatever. Next turn. No, we don't want to go to war yet. Just some torpedo boats. A very boring battle here. HE. What's our speed set? 10.1. Now we just let it go now. These are the small battleships that are moving. I'm cutting all of our battleships in half. We shouldn't have been making them by the 10s. We should have been making them at like 5 at a time. That's what I send them out as. Fleets of 5. I was only doing 10, so like, well, I've got a lot of land to defend. Yeah, I should have done it. There's one of the torpedo boats. Not sure what their ranges are. There's his engine gone. All these ships are veterans, so they've got very good aim, even if it is a very small target. That's one of the torpedo boats gone. Where are the other ones? Over there. We hit it, but now it's back out of vision again. Gonna keep popping in and out, huh? Partial pin on the main gun. Ow, what are you firing? How'd you get a partial pin on my main gun with a 3.8? I don't know. Either way, we'll go ahead and we'll sink that one. Just sink that one first. Focus on one at a time. Now you can shoot the other one. Get rid of it as well. I wish France would just fucking give up. We've been trying to get them to surrender for a while now. Yeah, they can order a ship. I don't care. Go back into our fleet, see what else we can mess with here. We got the small battleship ones. Torpedo cruiser gunboats. Those ones need to go away. So these 5 battleships need to be destroyed. Sitting here looking through it again. These 5 Georges need destroyed. Experimental battleship 1s. Need to get rid of 5 of those and 5 of the battleship 2s. It says they're at sea, so where are they? Battleship 2. Battleship 1. So at sea, where the fuck are they at sea at? I am confused as to where my ships are. Damn it. Well, what are these? The battleship 1s. Alright, we can move these up here to help with this, actually. It's just really not sure where our other ships are at. Little lost here, a little confused. No, I don't want to go to war with another nation yet. Alright. Since you guys are battleship 2s, did we already adjust battleship 2s? No, battleship 2s right here. We would need these 5. We're gonna put battleship 2s in Rebat. And we're gonna put battleship 1s in Casablanca. not. There's already stuff in Casablanca. Let's see, what is here? Small battleships. Alright, we can get rid of some of the small battleships now. We gotta scroll up and find those ones. A lot of our battleships should only be like 5 now. Try and get these ships upgraded here. Just looking. So it's just Battleship 1 and 2 now that we still got a multiple of, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Battleship 2s and 1s. The experimentals, I mean. Problem is, like I said, I don't know where the rest of my ships are at. Tells me they're at sea, I just don't know where. Felt like I looked through a lot of the map and I didn't see them. We're taking Prussia now from them. And they're about to take Western Poland. Do we have anything in Danzig? No. I don't know why the AI won't land attack these guys, because they just keep taking these 3 places again and again and again. And it's getting on my nerves here. We are working on land taking. We're working on taking southern France by land. Alright, where do we have multiple ships then? You guys are battleship 1s. Where's the rest of the battleship 1s? Like, I'm not seeing it here. Is one of them over here? Those are battleship 3s, so we can move those over here. Go. Those are the old battleship 3s, not the new experimental ones, but they can go. Those are experimental battleship 4s. We've already cut half of their numbers, so they can go. CL. Just looking here. Yeah, where's my other battleship 1? Is my first question. In a port somewhere, I think. I just don't know what port. The George classes need updated, but right now they're up here dealing with this. I'm missing 1 battleship. I don't know where it is at. We've only got 4 there. Do one of these ships rolling around have 6 in the fleet? No. So what the fuck is going on? Where's my ship? I need my damn ship. And it's driving me nuts. Battleship 1, Battleship 1, Battleship 1. Baltic Sea, North Atlantic. Alright, Baltic Sea. So I've got one ship somewhere here. Here it is. Why are you separated from everything else? It'll be... No, it won't be easier because those ones are being refit. Okay, it'll be easier to move this one to Casablanca. Losing my voice again. Easier to move this one to Casablanca. And that solves one of the mysteries. Alright, the other is where these extra Battleship 1 and 2s are at. So where is Experimental Battleship 1? Some are in the Central Atlantic, some are in the Baltic Sea. Central Atlantic, it's over here. Let those guys go into that port. The other ones are up here. It's one of these. Yeah, Experimental Battleship 1 there. Alright, so once those land, we'll get rid of those. Alright. The game's still trying to take that. We're still working on taking this from them. They're gonna probably take Lithuania too. Great. Great. I love it. Yep. Makes me happy to deal with. Stupid fucking Poland. Alright, oh shit. So those ones, they docked, so we can get rid of those now. Alright, get rid of those 5 experimental 2s. So we're just waiting on the experimental 1s now, right? Yes, yes we are. We're going to go ahead and bring them up here to this fleet. The other experimental ones, so we can get them all done in one go. We got an upgrade I liked. Problem is we're still waiting on a few things to get done here. Like the George class and the Battleship 2s. Wait, I've got more Battleship 2s. Alright, so I need to go get rid of some Battleship 2s. Where are those at? Battleship 2s, Battleship 2, Battleship 2. It would have been further up, I would think. There's George, small battleship, Battleship 1s, torpedo, experimental Battleship 2s. There you go, Battleship 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these ones. Scrap. There we go. We reduced our battleship fleet down considerably. And we still gotta get rid of 5 more. So we should have, what, 40, 45 battleships, I think? I think is what we'll have now. Oh, thank God. France finally quit. Fine, we'll go to war with Spain. Alright, I want I want land. I'm just not sure what land I want. Wish I could move around the map to try and figure out what I want. I'm just going to take as much as I can get, so we're going to take all the cheapest islands away from them. Yeah, we'll take those. And they only gave us 2 of them. And then funds. Kurgle Islands and Reunion. I'm not sure how to actually pronounce it though. I should ask for Ivory Coast and Liberia. Those are the 2 I should have asked for. Yeah, because that would have gotten France away from my borders. At least over here. I also needed Gabon. Oh, I could have taken Tunisia too. Should have. Oh well. Hindsight's a bitch. We all know this to be true. Well, there is Lithuania. Fucking Lithuania. Politics. Who's Lithuania under? Oh yeah, I can't naval invade anymore because they already took it. And they're gonna take Western Poland too, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it. God, I hate the way the land invasion works. Yeah, they're gonna take Western Poland back too, and I can't stop them. The game doesn't let me stop them. So that sucks. A lot. At least we're gonna take Prussia back, I guess. Something. At least France finally signed fucking peace. I said we're gonna lose Danzig. I can't stop them, so I'm not gonna put anything there. Just 50%. Take the other 50 to there. These are experimental battleship ones. They can go. We can go to Hamburg. Go to Hamburg so I can get rid of half of you. We can get all of our ships upgraded for the next year because we just unlocked some good stuff. That'd also be nice to do. The George class. They need to go somewhere. They can go to Bremen. Right, ship design. Get these 10 ships that we made up to date. I think that's everything up to date. Now we've got some old torpedo cruisers that need done. And that is it. We've got the George classes, and that's the last things that need done. and we're just waiting on them to dock. Experimental battleship ones, here we are. Get rid of 5 of them. Yep, 45 battleships is our fleet now. I don't care. Alright, ship design. George. Get some refits. I also need to go in here anyways and do all of our ships again. And we'll start with we'll start with Battleship 1 and work our way back here. Alright. Yeah, Battleship 1 is where we'll work from. Wait a minute. Actually, we can't yet, can we? Delete those. Delete those. We need to wait 1 more month before we can do this. So that I know where I'm at here. Sure, if it fixes GDP. Alright, ship design. Go back in here. Find the George. Get those 2 fixed. Go back in here again. Go to there. Get rid of that one. That one. That one. And then that one. Close that. That. And that. Alright, yeah, I know where we're at now. So we need to do Battleship 1, small battleship, George, yada yada. You get the gist of it. You've seen me do enough ships, I would think, here at this point. We're probably going to spend like 15, 20 minutes here upgrading them. It may go faster, it may go slower. I don't know. Alright, how much weight does this add right here? Well, adds a lot of other shit, actually, I don't want to mess with. What kind of cage mass do we have on right now? We have medium cage mass 3. We have medium cage mass 1. We have standard funnel ones. Alright. Man, that throat's just getting worse today. Crop armor, that's not it. Just seeing if there's anything in here. We just gotta add auxiliary engines to everything then. Auxiliary engines, and then down here is where it gets good. Where was it? Not ballast yeah. TNT. That's gonna reduce the weight of our ships by a lot. Just go back to a standard ratio. Yeah, just do a standard ratio. Go ahead and get improved radio telegraph. And give us aiming speed, but also adds weight to a bunch of our stuff. That adds reconnaissance, which we've been struggling to see our targets, if you remember, so it's going to help. Yeah, we're just going to switch that back to standard for all of our ships instead. Alright, main guns here. We have got 13 9s on here. Ooh, we gotta remember to rip these off and put them back on. that they don't break. Gotta always remember to do that. Then we'll go ahead and add some armor here. Alright, it's armor added. What about turret armor? That's too much. Drop the structure down to 4. Drop that down to 17. That's good. 4, 4, 3, 3. Alright, drop these back down to 2 of them, I guess. We want to put a little bit more on the main belt. That's all we can afford to do. Engine vibrations, 30%, 12%. Yeah, so we're going to try and keep that. Alright, so that's Battleship 1 done. Dusted. Nice, quick. Well, not that quick, I guess. Fairly quick. Now we go back up here. Find it again. Now we do battleship, or small battleship. The one we always have a little bit of trouble working with because it's such a tight fitting ship. Go ahead and rip these guns off just so we can put them right back on. The only way to stop these fucking things from breaking. Auxiliary engine. We still can't go to natural, can we? No, it's got to be induced. Alright, so we're going to switch everything to standard. That. And give it a advanced radio. Increase the length of our guns here. Still don't have a lot of weight to play with though. We don't. This is one of my less armored ships in the fleet. Just because I can't really afford to put more armor on here. Because these funnels weigh so fucking much. I really only use those funnels though because I could actually have a gun with them. Because let's see, they add 6, these add 2.5. So 70 tons, I could have 5 instead of 6. We're gonna ditch these. We probably could keep one of them, but no, we're just gonna get rid of all of them. I want to be able to use natural boilers here. Is that mix matching then? No. That's more weight though. Oh, fucking bot. Let me go take care of that really quick. Ban. Port. Uh, Spam bot at 4:43. Or like 20. It's somewhere in there. That's more weight that I'm spending there though. I remember why this ship was just a pain in the ass, because no matter how I did it, I couldn't really get the weight I wanted out of it. Alright, so let's see. If we do that and induced, that is. Sorry, that is 1270 if we do that and induced boilers. If we do natural boilers and let's try and figure this out here. Why are we port offset to? Something wrong somewhere for us to have a port offset. I'm not sure what it is though. Hmm. I'm not sure what's causing the port offset. I don't think no matter how I boil it, I'm gonna get away with that. I think it's just gonna be heavy. I can't get the engine efficiency I want out of it any other way. I don't know what's causing the port offset, but it is what it is. Yep, don't know, don't care at this point. So we'll save that. It got the new ammo, bursting charge, and a tiny bit more armor. That's all that matters, is that it got something out of it. Really, the ammo is the exciting part, just because it makes the ship a lot lighter and is a lot better as a propellant. Now we work. Damn, I'm losing my voice. I may have to call a stream sooner than I thought. I planned to go like 8 or 9 hours, but if I can't keep my voice, I'm going to have to end it early, but I don't want to. Yeah, I knew these would be messed up again. They mess up every time. I'm gonna have to replace them all the time. What? I don't get what the game's saying here. The game's having a problem putting the guns here again. Alright, well I guess we're going a size lower. That's all I can do when they have these problems is downgrade. Right, 10-inch won't even fit on the fucking things. No, they will. I'm just an idiot. I am just a bit of an idiot. That's all. Yeah, no, I'm working on a game. Just keep going smaller and smaller on this ship. It's just keeps happening. I guess it adds more armor. This thing lacks armor. Boy, does it lack armor. Front tower 5. Or no, that's front tower 8. Medium second tower 2. Go ahead and switch to TNT. I can't remember if I took the other ship and switched it to standard ratio or not. I hope I did. I hope I did. Alright, secondary guns. Let's see if we can still put these up here. If we can. Just want to see something. No, that's not worth putting those there. What about these ones though? No. Alright, that gets rid of almost all the 2.9-inch guns. We've got a couple of them left here and there, but they're almost all gone now. Everything else is armor, and this thing did get a very large armor buff just now, so that's good. It needed it. It's got as good as the armor buff as it's gonna get for a long time, because I can't get any more weight out of here. Trying to make this ship last, but it's definitely the hardest ship to update in my fleet, and it just keeps getting smaller guns because the newer guns are so fucking weird shaped. Fucking rectangle motherfuckers don't fit anywhere. It's updated now. I think we have a new battleship we've got designed from the ground up too, but I'll check that later. So there's the George. Now we've got Experimental Battleship 1, one of our 3 turret ships. We don't have many of these. Alright, go ahead and auxiliary engine it. Switch to a standard ratio and TNT. Advanced rangefinder. We gotta get it right. 14. 12. One of the downsides of these particular ships is they have got very, very small, very low amounts of armor just because they couldn't fit more armor on. And everything else. They are as efficient as I can make them Four spoilers, huh? Can we go into boost and just put on another funnel? We can. I don't like using force because of the engine vibrations. It throws off our aim really, really badly. What about if I do this? Not quite. No. Shit. Didn't mean to do that. We're just gonna play around with funnels really quick, see if I can find a better way to do this. It's looking like the answer is gonna be no. Right, so the 4 is heavy, so that means we want to move these all back. We'll try that. Well, how heavy is one of these? 70 for 2.5. What about 50? It's not quite enough. Nor is that. What about 80? Does that save us weight, though, is the question. There's 2 of these is 72. It doesn't save us any weight, no. That's we'll just do that. Still didn't buy us much, but we are able to put some armor on our turrets finally, and now we can put one more 1/10 of an inch on the belt. Woohoo! Victory! Damn. Yeah, these 3 turret ships, especially with them 14-inch guns, it is hard to do armor and stuff for them. They just don't have the weight. Alright, let's get experimental battleship 2 here. Oh, this is one of the ones that looks weird. One of the ones I put all the towers in the center of the ship. I mean, it works. That's all that matters. It don't look pretty, but it works. And it works damn well at that. Whoops, nope, not pictographic. I don't want to explode in a violent fireball. Alright, anything else we want to do here, but I don't think it's got new towers. Most of my ships don't have new towers. Yeah. Well, I'll keep the secondary towers on here. They have better stats, except for long range. Long range, they don't have better stats. Everything else, they have better stats. And long range is like 15 kilometers away. We don't engage at that range very often. So I'd rather just put this stuff to better use. Like armoring up our fucking ship. Yeah, it just seems like a good idea. Yeah, it just seems like a good idea. I could be wrong, but it seems like it's a good idea. Especially this one. I don't know why I had the turret armor so fucking low. No wonder why the last few times we used these ship, the guns keep getting blown out. Figured it out. Fucking barbettes and the guns themselves were thin. Not anymore. Oh, that was Experimental Battleship 2 done. Roll up here. Oh yeah, this ship that pissed me off. I wish they had just let me put a barbette there. This was supposed to be the first ship in our fleet to have 3 guns. And never got it. Because the game won't let us put a fucking barbette here. It just says no mount, no mount, no mount. Piss me off. Just let me place any of them. But nope. The game says no. Replace the guns. Doesn't have a good angle of fire at all. That's why I didn't want to put it there, but I still might do it. I have an idea here. That gives it a better angle of fire, right? Yeah. Looks stupid because the barrels are clipped in, but you know what? I don't care. I wanted 3 fucking guns on this ship. I'm finally getting it. I'll worry about getting the weight for that gun right now. I'm trying to figure out how to get the weight for that gun. Oh yeah, this one had a lot of armor because it was supposed to originally have 3 guns, so it had weight to spare. Oh, I know where to take the weight from, I guess. Bye-bye armor. Bye-bye! And there goes some of the armor. A few inches, too. It wasn't just a little bit. But it's got 3 guns. It can effectively fire 3 guns now. There we go. I was tired of that ship not having 3 guns. Like I said, it was supposed to just have a barbette back there. Short, simple, okay, here's a gun. Never worked. I don't know why some ships are just like that. Alright, Experimental Battleship 3 now. One of our other 3-gun monstrosities that other nations have grown to fear. Not even so much that's because it's got 3 guns. They fear it because of the size of the 3 guns. Alright, auxiliary. Switching to standard ratio. That. gives us a bit of weight to play with. Again. But those are going to have to be changed. There went our weight that we had to play with. Our 2-inch guns are just becoming less effective versus everything. So it's just something that has to happen. As much as I like the 2.9-inch gun, we're going to have to start moving away from them. We're getting far enough in 1904 that they just aren't being really effective anymore, even versus a lot of light cruisers. We need that little bit more oomph. A 3.9 could deliver it. So we're going to start switching our guns out to 3.9s. Just something that has to happen. Like, I've played campaigns till like 1920 something with 2.9s and 9-inch main guns. It's doable, and you can stack a lot more armor on those ships doing that. But there's a few things you gotta remember. One, you can only put so much armor on a 2.9-inch gun, so it ends up being a weak spot that they can get penetrations and partial penetrations through, and they'll just sit there and drain the structure of your ship and sink you. I learned that the hard way. And two, it comes a point where you're just can't penetrate. You're just sitting there lobbing HE, 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 just trying to burn them down. If you stay ahead and long enough in ammo, you can probably maintain enough penetration with the 9-inch guns to get through some battleships, but not all of them. Because the AI will eventually throw out a haymaker that has enough armor to just say, well, point blank range, you still can't pen me. Kind of like what I do to a lot of the AI. Thought it froze and crashed there for a second, I really did. This game does do that sometimes, not often. Like, I'll go months in between it happening. But it does do it sometimes, especially when you get into longer campaigns with a lot of ships built. Okay, we don't really have much weight, 500 pounds to play with here. Right. Get that off my screen. Yeah, I already did these. They've already got all the 3.9s. That's good. I don't have to worry about it. We gave it the radio, TNT, standard ratio now. Alright, everything looks good. This was our quickest ship yet. Now, I know why it was so quick. I forgot to move the guns. So they're going to bug out now. Great. Alright, well, I gotta redo that one. I gotta redo Battleship 4. Experimental Battleship 4 I gotta redo. Remember, if we don't pick up and replace these guns, they end up glitched in the middle of the fucking ship. And that is asinine. Because then they're just useless. They don't fire nothing. At least we know this is a quick ship. We can do it relatively quickly. Auxiliary engine, TNT, standard, Standard. Radio. We bumped up the armor. I think that's it. Go ahead and put these here. Sure. I got 14.5 on the turret armor now. Still was a very, very quick ship. It's just we had to redo it because I fucked up. I don't know what nation we're going to end up going to war with next. I don't have a lot of control over it. The game kind of decides that. But we will be going to war with another nation soon. Battleship 3. Oh, this is the other ship we were supposed to have 3 turrets on, but these boats right here stop you from putting a turret there. There's no way to get rid of them. So yeah, that just doesn't happen. Ain't nothing I can do about it either. Now this ship does have 4.9s in there. I think it's also got, yeah, it's one of my armored ships. It's got a shit ton of armor on the guns, and its hull was also very armored. Which means it just gets more armor now. Yep, just more armor now. Sweet. Add a whole other inch to all the decks and superstructure. So this is one of our ships that just kind of goes out there and gets work done. It's very good at surviving. It's very good at throwing punches, and it has very good armor. Throwing the punches is a 14-inch gun, obviously. That's Battleship 3 done. I think we had a new battleship I'll have to look at really quick. Lots of building in this game. Ooh, we got a Dreadnought. We've got a small, we've got experimental. We've got the coastal defense. We got experiments too. We already got all those. We have 2 new battleships. We have a Dreadnought, USA. Okay. And experimental Dreadnought. We'll do this one first. I can't think of very many things that are named like that in the game. I don't know why this one is, but alright. A 2nd generation cage mast, huh? Oh, it works pretty well. I might as well do the large cage mast. It's the only option. Obviously, we're going the big guns here. Wonder, does this one allow for barbettes? No. So this will be our first ship with 4 guns. Sweet. Is that far enough away to get this gun on here? Even if I turn it sideways. Ooh, but it stops the main gun from firing. Alright, so it ain't getting that. Same here. Alright, so it's only the very top turret that gets these ones. Casemates. 3.9s. I may even adjust all those 4s here in a minute. Whoops. Move the screen down. Capped, heavy, increased, white powder, TNT. We'll figure out what doesn't work once we got everything set up. So far, everything works with all the armor on, which is good. Which means we can upgrade all these 4-inch guns. Whoops, undo that one. There we go. So those are all upgraded now to bigger guns. Sweet. Secondary guns now. Let's see where we can put these. Just figuring out what size I can put where. Alright. I mean, might as well move this up a little bit. Oh, still ain't gonna let me put them there. Well, then why even offer, game? Old enhanced funnel, large funnel, old standard funnel. That's 25. That's 12.5. That's 10. So this is the funnel we need. Realistically speaking here. As forward as we can put these without fucking up the turrets. The answer was not far. So if we do just one and an induced boiler, that gets us everything we need. If we put those anywhere there, it's just gonna ruin the line of fire for that gun. So we're not going to. Alright, well then we'll just go add more armor to the ship. That's what that means. Because we've still got a good bit of weight to play with here. You ain't getting through the top of the turrets, because that's a lot of armor on top of the turret. We don't need that much armor on top of the turret, I'm sorry. We don't. We'll do 6. Even that's a bit overkill. How much do I have to do that? Only 5, and I can max out the armor on the belt. That's what we're gonna do then. Sweet. So this is obviously our most heavily armed and armored ship in our entire fleet now. It is a big boy. It's a big boy with 4 big guns. Pitch and roll aren't the best, but whatever. Now we've got this one to mess with. We had 2 new ships. How big was this one? 25? This one's gonna be smaller. Alright. Weight-wise, this one's going to be a little bit smaller. That ship weighed 30 and a quarter tons. Or 30,265 tons. This one's only gonna weigh 28,022 tons. So yeah, this one is going to be a good bit lighter. Ooh, but it gets really, really fancy shit. Like, wow, it does. It gets us access to a bunch of the experimental tech. It's also, as you can see, mind-bogglingly expensive. Now we don't have a really fancy second tower though. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Overloaded funnel. Funnel plus watch tower. Huh? I would like to get 2 of these, but it's not going to happen. So I need to get whatever I can fit in here. Induced. That's going to have that. I'm going to move these around. There we go. Nickel steel. Let's get the main gun on here really quick. I don't have to worry about a barbette on these ships. They come with them. That's nice. Standard, standard, capped, capped, heavy, priest, TNT, range, radio. Alright, so we ain't gonna be able to do that much armor on these. We'll start reducing stuff down. We're out of weight without putting anything else on here already. So reduce down to 15s. Reduce that down to 4. Like I said, we are overweight already without doing anything else. Horrible places for them. Still only got fit 3 guns, but we can do a better job than that. Right about there, yep. That looks better. So I know we still ain't gonna fit a lot of guns on here. I have no plans to. I think we need a little bit taller than that. Let's fire over there. Alright, let's get these on here, get their length, and get set. Is there anywhere else we could put a cheeky gun here? Not really. Alright, so we still gotta figure out how to get another 700 pounds of weight. Drop that, drop that, drop that to 14, 14. Got it done. And drop 1/10 of an inch off the belt. That gets everything done. Alright, we've got a new battleship. Really not that armored or anything. But it's another ship with 4 guns. But it's going to be really, really good at long range and hit stuff thanks to this tower. That is the thing to look at here. Oh yeah, I still haven't done any of my small ships. God damn. I forgot how long it takes to actually get through all these ships. There's a reason why I try to wait end-game years before I do upgrades. Because we end up sitting here doing this for a while. Yeah, this tower, this particular ship is kind of capped out. It hasn't gotten new towers in a long time. Anything I can do about it? I could give it smaller guns. I could. but it struggles with weight and armor. I will give it some smaller guns. No, I think that was 8-inch guns that could fit on that one. 8 or 7, it was one of them. Yeah, this thing's been struggling in a lot of fights, taking heavy damage each time. I needed to downsize it so I could put some armor on it. Which sucks because this was Judge's ship. He wanted the big guns on it. But we're getting far enough into the campaign where the sacrifices are going to be made. This thing needed armor. Now it's got armor. That's all that matters. As the game continues on, we'll be able to put bigger guns back on this because we'll be able to put stronger armor that is lighter on it. But for now, they're reduced from 11 nines to 9 nines. Just had to happen. Now, thankfully, I don't have a whole lot of ships, and I'm not going to build any more ships. We've got battleships, and I've been in this builder for like a fucking hour, I think. Not sure. Haven't tabbed out and looked, so I'm not sure. But I know we've been in this builder for a long fucking time. So, I just want to get these last few ships done. Ooh, this ship got an upgrade. Okay, I can still make it all fit. That's all that matters. So we finally got the new 7-inch guns, I can see. That is what happened to you. TNT. We put another one of these guns on here. We could put one there. Put one in the middle. Nah, it's got too limited a firing angle. It would work when we're dead side on, but that's it. We'd better off just putting more armor on our main guns here. Apparently not that much though. We put a little bit more main armor on. Not as much as what I was hoping to do, but we got a little bit more on. Now, these are our... Fuck, I want to say they're the backbone of our fleet. Just them ability to sling almost 8-inch guns out of a light cruiser. And that we have so many of them. Really helps us melt things down. And they're relatively small when it comes to crew size, too. I say that there's 255 on each ship. So it's really not that small. But it is what it is. we've got our other ship too that we're about to probably have a bunch of problems with as it updates. Probably gonna lose some guns here. Because apparently the new turrets are a hell of a lot longer. And this ship is extremely packed, so I don't think it's gonna look very good. I don't know, it's because this ship only uses 5.9s, not the 7-inch guns. Well, never mind then, it's not gonna change at all. Like, literally, this ship's gonna change very, very little here. Gonna get a little bit more armor, that's about it. Which it does desperately need the armor. Well, it's got more armor now on everything it can put armor on. Hopefully that helps. This ship is also just kind of, it's like the George. It's just hitting its life expectancy here. It's or hitting the end of its life expectancy. It's getting hard to do anything with. It's not getting new towers. It's kind of where it's at, and that's about it. We'll keep it in the fleet, keep it active, keep it updated. It does still do work, just arguably not as much work as my little torpedo ship that has the 8-inch guns, because these lack the penetration of those guns, being that they're only 5. Oh, 5.9s, so 6s. So 2 inches smaller. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. We got 2 ships left to do. An armored cruiser and a different light cruiser. That's it. Oh, my throat hurts. Alright. All that shit's all fine already. This has already got standard ratio. But at some point I had already decided that that was what needed to happen, and I just never got around to it. Front tower 3, well, we got front tower 4 now. Rear tower 4, well now it's rear tower 5. All those gonna throw off those guns. They don't fit there anymore. They still fit there, just not in that exact same spot. That gun is useless at this point. It's got such a limited firing arc that it's just not worth it. Oh well. These guns still got a decent firing arc, that's all that matters. Alright, let's check our guns here. All that stuff looks fine. $72 tons. I was just looking to see if we unlock. Sometimes, like these right here. Uh, these weigh the same, but this one's better and it's newer. sometimes you unlock a funnel that weighs less and is better, but it's usually when you're already using a more expensive funnel. Like before, the best funnels we had were like these. We don't need those anyways. We've only got induced on here and we only have one funnel. That's only 72 tons. So we don't need to worry about any of that. Just adjust the armor here. Alright, got that done. I think we had one ship left now. I think it was an updated light cruiser built off of the torpedo boat design, but on a different hull, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's all it was. We know the new guns are a hell of a lot longer, so this is all gonna have to change layout. Quit picking up the fucking thing. Let me have just a turret. Yeah, it's losing one of its guns, so I can't fit another one in there. Wait, no, I found a spot that fits right there. Oh, it's only 2 inch. Whoops. I thought I had found a spot that it fit. I could put this like here, I think. Oh no, I can't. Nope, I cannot do that. Damn. So yeah, it's just losing a gun. I can put one back there. And it'll have a worse firing arc, but still be able to fire. Which is all that matters here. Auxiliary engine, standard ratio, TNT. Oh yeah, this ship's just got all the armor I could put on it. I forgot. For a small ship, I did everything I could to it. Hmm. I wonder if I can fit a small gun in here anywhere then. Not really. Not really. Alright. So yeah, I've just got weight to spare on this ship, and not really a lot to do with it here. I could try and fit a bigger and better funnel. I don't know if that's going to work either. Fit that one. It's bigger, it's better. Does that let us drop down to only natural boilers, though? Oh. Whatever, it's bigger and better funnel. It's something. What about towers? Ooh, a front tower's 4. Ooh, a front tower 4. It fits weirdly. Alright, then I've got to think about this. It ain't gonna fit where I had the other ones. I gotta use the bathroom 1 second. I'm back here. What am I gonna do about that? Just trying to think here. Well, obviously doesn't need to be on a barbette where it's at. We can move that up. It's gonna fuck those up. Alright, oh, let me think here. I've gotta really think here. So if I put that one there, I can do this one here. And the reason for putting this up on a platform is so that it can shoot over this ledge. If not, its line of fire is limited here and here. Whereas it can fire over there now. There is a method to the madness. Got a new rear tower, which is much larger. And we are going to drop back down to the old funnel. We need the weight now. Trying to think if I can fit another gun anywhere. I don't think so. We did walk away with one more gun on this ship now. By just packing these in here. Before we didn't have this tower. I keep forgetting that we unlocked this now. About an in-game year or 2 ago. Let's see. 8? Yeah. none of my guns have a poor firing arc. They're all fine. Although I don't have any more secondary guns here. I could though, right there. Perfect. Alright, I think everything looks good here. We're able to get one of our turrets still. And we've got a new gun and new towers for better accuracy. So yeah, I would say overall this has been a win. That ship is finally done. That's all of our fucking ships updated. We'll update them again in like 1906 or 1907. Damn, is that a chore? Like, it just really is. I enjoy doing it, but I know it's not fun to watch. Because I've watched other people play this game and been like, shit, this isn't fun to watch. I know why they sit there and usually speed it up or cut it out entirely, one of the two. Some of them speed it up, some of them cut it out entirely and just show the end product. I need to pick a place for these battleships to spawn. We'll pick Boston and New York. Boston and New York. There we go. Get some of these ships updated, the ones that are currently available and in a port that can be updated at least. Some of these are out at sea, others are doing something. Some of them are still being fixed from prior battles or brought up to the last version just so they can be brought up to this version. Yeah, it's just those couple of gunboats now that are being worked on. As well as like a couple of the random battleships like the George classes and stuff. Things that are right now just, as you can see, out in the middle of fucking nowhere. You go to that port. You go to Brest. Why are there only 3 battleships here? Why did they? Why does the game do this to me? You go to Emden. Great. Now I gotta figure out where battleships went again. Oh, fucking. Those are battleship 2s. So where's the rest of the battleship 2s? Battleship 1s. Battleship 2s. Central Atlantic and Bay of Biscay. There's Bay of Biscay, and the other ones are all the way down here in the fucking Central Atlantic for some reason. Why these two are over here, I don't fucking know. How long have we been playing this game? It sucks because we don't have any music or anything for this game anymore. Because music was good, but I got copyright striked for all of it. I couldn't do anything about it. So it's just really, really fucking quiet. I don't want to create alliance. No, fuck you, Britain. There we go. Britain chose the fuck around and find out route. So they're gonna fuck around. They're gonna find out. What? Let's see. Go to our ships here. These couple still need to be updated before they get wrapped up in the fucking fights. Where are the Georges? Oh, they're still being worked on from the last update. I see. I see. And these battleships are just on the way. Still. Right? No, that's Battleship 4s. Oh, wait, no, yeah, those are the right ones. Most of our entire fleet is currently being updated. So really not the best time for war, but, you know, whatever. England's been fucking with us the whole time we're at war with France. So it's about fucking time. Sure. Alright, they're gonna try and fight us. Let's see what the British light cruisers are like versus my light cruisers, because they're trying to port raid. 10.8. Height. These are my old ships. The smallest ships in my fleet. And they have only a couple of guns. They've got 4 of the 7.9s, 4 of the 3.9s, but only 2 of them can fire per side. And 2 2.9s now instead of the 3.9s I had before. Alright, where is the enemy? What are the hit chances on these, by the way? Pretty good, actually. That is pretty good. This is another ship that is also hitting its shelf life, though. Okay, so their ships weigh twice what ours weigh. So that's one thing to take into account here. How far away are they? 7.4. So we can't quite get through them with HE then. When we hit them with the AP, it hurts. They have a lot more guns than us too, though. They have quite a few more guns. They have a number of guns that I can no longer see, but they also can't hit the broadside of a barn, it would seem. Why aren't these guns turning? Something got messed up here and it didn't show in the builder. because that's all of our ship. The front two guns aren't working. That's gonna need to be fixed. That's gonna need to be fixed soon. That halves the firepower of all of our ships. Like I said, these are kind of the backbone of our fleet. We have a lot of these, and they're at almost every port. I don't know what happened, why it's fucked up, but we'll have to fix it. Hopefully nothing else happened with any of the other ships we mess with. Oh yeah, back to looking at the ship though. So they have 3 6.2s in the middle. They have 2 5.4s on each side. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 3-inch guns on each side. 1 3.6 in the middle. 1 torpedo tube at the front and the back, and 1 on each side. Quite a few more guns than us. Especially since right now we are only firing 2 fucking guns. Because something is busted. There wasn't 4 kilometers. We could probably get through with HE at this point. Man, that's really bad though that we've got they are short range torps, alright. That we've got fucked up guns. That's gonna have to be looked at, inspected, studied. This isn't working. Switch back to AP. Just can't quite seem to sink them, and that's because we only got half the guns firing. We got 3 ships here, and we're only firing 2 guns per ship. That's really not good when we only have 4 guns a ship. Just sink it. Just sink it. Just sink it. Thanks to the weather, we can't see what the fuck we're hitting. Go back to AP. At least when you hit, you're doing damage then. Whereas the HE has a chance of just not doing anything. Sink. Just sink. Both of these ships put together, by the way, weighed more than all 3 of my ships combined. One of these ships weighed more than 2 of my ships combined. They also cost a lot more too. Fucking Britain. They're poking me the whole fucking campaign. While I was trying to deal with Germany, they were poking me. As soon as I was done with them, they didn't want to fight. Then I was fucking with France, they wanted to keep smoking with me. Never wanted to fight unless I was already busy fucking with somebody else. Well, this time they fucked around and found out. I need to go to the builder. I need to fix this shit. It's only a month refit, so I can fix it right away, but I need to fix it immediately. Well, I'm just saying. You. I'll go do that second. Right here, torpedo cruiser. 90 of these. Like I said, backbone of my fucking fleet. Can't be messed up. I'm gonna figure out what the fuck's wrong with that. I'm gonna figure it out right now. They no longer fit now. They fit when I just did this fucking ship a second ago. Alright, well, whatever. I have a solution to all of this. There you go, fucking solution. I was even able to put a bigger gun on. Because we had room. Yeah, I can't believe that fucked up there. That scared me. I don't know why or how it happened, but it went from working to not working. That can't happen. Alright, well, that's set back up now, right? Cool. We can actually make these guns longer now, so I'll make them longer while I'm in here. All of our other ships only have a 7% increase. These ones have a 10% increase in length, which is going to help a lot for a few things. But anyway, I guess get that ship done, fixed right now. I don't know what the fuck happened. I hope none of the other ships we worked on are fucked up. Because I won't know until battle. Top to bottom, get as many of these over as we can. Some of these are locked into battles and shit and just can't move right now. Got it. Alright, conquest over here. Where'd one of my ships go? I only count 9. Where the fuck did one of my ships go? I know it didn't sink. Oh, I hate that. Found it. How it ended up all the way the fuck out there, I don't know. But now it's going to be sailing by itself through the South Pacific. Great idea. Here's what we're gonna do. These ships are a little outdated right now. We're gonna have them meet here. So they can take care of this conquest. How outdated are they? Wait, 1903. They're only a year outdated. Alright, we'll do one more turn, then we'll change games. Or end the stream. I gotta look at how long we've been going, and I gotta think about how my throat feels, because it fucking sucks. Withdraw. Alright, I tried. Because these are probably not going to be the upgraded ones either. They're not, yeah. Since they're fucked up, I want you guys to retreat as fast as you can at that. They're not fit for combat. They are fucked up. Especially not versus heavy cruisers and stuff. When I need all my guns. I need to pull all the battleships out of the ports and get them lined up around the British Empire here. Around their island, around England. We know their ships are going to be faster than us too. Don't ever forget that. We are slow. Our whole nation's kind of built around armor and gun. That's it. Right, just come on, retreat. You can do it. We've been going for 6 hours. Maybe we'll play a little bit of Dark Tide or something. Something where I don't have to talk as much for another hour or so. And then we'll end it there. They've got a fairly large heavy cruiser. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it looks like. I don't want to know either. I'll find out later. They're close to me because it's staying on 10x. It ain't letting me go to 30. That means they're probably gaining on me. We'll just pop that. If we can pop that and it still don't let us go to 30, that means they are a hell of a lot closer to what I want. They're probably within 8 or 9. If I can pop that and it still won't let me go to 30. Sweet. Yeah, we ain't gonna fight 2 light cruisers and 2 heavy cruisers with ships that don't even have half of their firepower working. That's a horrible idea. It's ignorant. That would be stupid. I'm not bright, but I ain't that fucking stupid. There's 5 of these ships left in the fleet that are still fucked up. Just 5. All right, let's go over here quick. Why are my battleships split? Why are these ships split? Why are my ships splitting and going to random fucking ports? Send the battleship 2s to where they're supposed to be at. I don't know why they are relocating. I don't know how they're relocating either. I've never been able to figure that out. It just happens sometimes. These are battleship ones. They're all here, so we'll get them where they need to be. You're experimental battleship twos, and you're not all here, but we'll still get you out here. And we need to figure out where the second one is. Your battleship threes, you can go over here. Those things are being refit right now. They can't do anything. Those are being refit. They can't do anything. Ohio is in a battle, huh? Alright. Where is my other ship? God damn it. Why are you over here? That ship goes there. You get over there with it. Damn. And we'll do this battle and then we're ending the video. Oh, it's just a battleship v battleship. Mine's got the bigger guns. Mine is heavier. My armor is on paper worse. Alright, that's unexpected. He's got more and bigger secondary guns than me and torpedo tubes. I've got 26 2.9 inch guns. Which battleship is this? Experimental Battleship 1. That's one of the ones with 3 turrets, ain't it? Yeah. Alright, so it is one of the ones with less armor. Got it. Oh, Battleship v Battleship. 8.7. Now the guns are glitched out, so that's good. We fixed all of them, I think. I think we got them all fixed. This will be interesting. His battleship versus my battleship. I have the better spotting tech, it seems. He spotted me now. He has Mark 1 11.11 inch guns. He can't hit the broadside of a bar. Alright, he has 11.1 inch main belt. His armor that is on paper better than mine is only on his main gun. Alright. And it's his barbette. So we are 9.5. Fire HE. And you. Turn sideways. Oh! Ooh. So, the HE hit. It did a lot of damage. Come on, get turned sideways. Get them other 2 guns on target. Big, beautiful bastard. Ammo detonation. Ooh, only a partial pin. You hit a bad spot for that. Still, this is as good as it's gonna be. Well, overpin with the HE. That is a hell of a crater. Yeah, front half of his ship ain't doing so well. We just keep hitting the same spot. He has yet to even hit us with anything as far as I know. Another torpedo detonation. He has no more torpedoes left in the ship. Same spot. Not a lot more damage we can do there, you know. Kinda need to hit a different spot. If you would, please, ship. Yeah, that's another spot you hit. He's on fire. He's very, very, very much on fire. Oh, his whole ship is filling with water. He can't stop it. Oh, it deflected an HE shell, huh? Deflected the shell that explodes on impact. Alright, game. Fucking watched it ricochet straight up. Safe to say, though, that it seems like a lot of the British fleet is outdated. Come on. One more good round. Yeah, that was a good round. 22. It went straight through the Citadel. Just went straight through the main belt. That was the end of that. He did hit us once because we lost 4 crew. And yep, none of them were saved. All 4 died. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and save the game here. Not over my save. God, no, please. I've been playing that save for so long. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we'll exit the game and stuff here. But first, I'll say my outro, and then we're going to change game one more time for the night. I hope everyone has a good day, good night, and a good life. And take it easy out there, y'all.